Hi everyone. So today we're going to speak a little bit about the importance of names in the Torah. And we're going to start with a little story of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was the greatest sage in Israel, and he went to the big city of Alexandria to give a conference for Jews to return to the Torah. And this was around 2,000 years ago. And the Jewish people there were very, very assimilated with the Greek culture. And the rabbi basically showed up there, Rabbi Akiva, and was invited by the representative of the Jewish community to give a speech. And he gave out a speech in front of 100,000 Jews. And Jews from all around came to listen to the rabbi. And then the rabbi started speaking, Rabbi Akiva, and he told them words of rebuke. He told them words, bring them back to the Torah, because they used to name their kids after Greek gods, and they used to follow the holidays of the Goyim, and they used to do things that are against the Torah. So he was telling them how they have to stand strong to the Torah, they have to stand strong for Hashem, and they cannot continue naming their kids after non-Jewish gods, and they cannot continue to assimilate and listen to the same music and the same culture and being in the same environment as the Goyim, as if there is no difference. And after his speech, unfortunately, the representative of the community kicked him out, and they told him, stranger, you're not welcomed here. We don't care who you are. We don't care if you're the chief rabbi of Israel. You're not going to come and impose yourself and your rebuke on us. And this reminds me that whenever we hear words of rebuke, whenever we hear things that we don't like, we tend to go away. We don't like criticism. But in reality, criticism is such a beautiful and powerful tool. And this is what it says in the Torah, that who is someone that loves you is going to be someone who's going to criticize you. Why? Because by critic, this is how you become great. So if you have a friend who tells you, don't worry, you're great, you're wonderful, everything's amazing about you, this is not a good friend. Why? Because when you're going to mess up and you're going to make a mistake, there will be no one there to help you. So what's an example? Imagine now you're going to do a contest to sing, and you go to your family and you go to your friends and you sing in front of them, and they all lie to you. They all say, wow, you have the best voice ever, it's wonderful. And sometimes you can say the truth and be kind at the same time. You can say, you have a very powerful voice, but I don't know if it's good for you if you go for a contest. Maybe you should work on your vocals, maybe you should go and hire a teacher. So even if you're not going to destroy him completely, at least you're going to tell him the truth. Or you're going to tell him, you need some improvements here or there. And I think that the problem is more that we are uncomfortable. We are uncomfortable to get in a confrontation with someone. But what if this someone is someone of our family? What if it's a good friend of ours? So this confrontation or this uncomfortableness is worth it, because if we really love them, we're going to tell them the truth. Why? I imagine you don't tell this guy anything, and he shows up on national television, and he starts singing, and everyone gets up, and they make fun of him, and they boo him. So, what service did you do to this guy? Did you help him? Were you his friend? Were you his family member? Or were you a regular person? So, in reality, the fact that you did not rebuke him, meaning that you did not criticize him, meaning that you didn't want to tell him the truth, makes it that you put him in a very, very bad and humiliating situation. And this is the same thing with Torah. So how do we see this in Torah? When we see that our brothers and sisters, and I include myself in there, and we see that we're not going in the right direction, we're not following the proper way of the Torah, then we need some rebuke. We need someone to wake us up. And many times, whenever we hear words of rebuke, we don't want to listen to this. But in reality, this is going to be the best medicine for us. And this is what's going to be able to help us the most. And this also brings us, for an example, what is the role of a doctor? The role of a doctor is to heal you, to give you a diagnosis, to help you find a remedy, and to make his best that you survive and you live on. Now, which kind of doctor would you like? Would you like a doctor that tells you how it is straight to your face? If you don't do this, and this, and that, in 6 months, you're gone, my friend. Or would you like a doctor to tell you, It's okay. Don't worry. Everything is okay. Come back in 3 months. I'm not sure what it is. We'll see. So wouldn't you be so happy to actually hear? Not happy, but I mean, wouldn't you be in a much better position if you heard the truth so you can fix your problem? Or are you happy to be continued to be lied on? Right? And this is also the idea of the Torah. We know one of the principles of the Rambam is that there's a concept of reward and punishment. If we do the will of God, if we follow the Torah, if we do the mitzvot, then ultimately we're going to be rewarded. For every single good action, we're going to be rewarded. And on the opposite side, for every negative action, we're going to be punished. And this is for sure we're going to be punished. And for sure we're going to be rewarded, whether we do good or whether we do bad, according to the measurement of it. But meaning that there's no going out of it. You can't say, oh, because I'm Jewish, I'm good, I'm a buddy with Hashem, I do what I want, I don't eat kosher, I don't keep Shabbat, I cheat in my business, I steal with people, a word is not a word, I'm a crook, I do all kinds of scams. Oh, yeah, I'm good with Hashem, we're buddies. No, my friend, you're not a buddy with Hashem. And this is not how it works. Why? Because there are rules and regulations in the Torah. And those rules and regulations that apply to us, since we said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we're going to do and we're going to understand, all these laws apply to us. And this is why it's a very important concept to want to look at people who are going to give you criticism. Whenever you hear a bad thing, let's say, about your business, you should take it and try to fix it from it. Not to always be, let's say, afraid of criticism.